Welcome back to my channel, brothers and sisters, melanated gods of earth. I'm your host, MODISE The High King. If you're new, consider smashing the subscribe family, the thumbs up, let the algorithm know what's good, let other like-minded souls know that we are out here. Today, dear family, the Democratic Alliance, if you don't know who they are a political party in South Africa led by a man named John Steenhuisen. Descendant of colonizers, beneficiary of apartheid, is out here trying to be a president of a black country despite our trauma. He is doing everything other than bring this country back from the brink of economic collapse. No, he is undermining all that we can do. If you checked out my previous video, where is it? We can't do things specifically for black people was in the thumbnail. Reaction: John Steenhuisen on DA's march against the Employment Equity Amendment Act, where we are doing what we can in policy to force the white supremacist powers in this nation to give up the wealth and the land and the resources. And naturally he is defending that because he's a white boy. He's a privilege. Beneficiary of privilege and colonialism and apartheid, and he doesn't want to lose all that. So let's see what he has to say about a song called Kill the Boer Chant by Julius Malema. DA to turn to the UN after Malema's Kill the Boer chant.
The Democratic Alliance says it will file charges against EFF leader Julius Malema and the ANC government at the United Nations Human Rights Council. This follows the EFF's 10th anniversary celebrations over the weekend at the FNB Stadium, where Malema chanted "Shoot to kill" and "Kill the Boer, kill the farmer." In August 2022, the Equality Court ruled that the chant was not hate speech. Later, in October 2022, the same court granted leave to appeal in AfriForum's "Kill the Boer" hate speech case against Malema and Mbuyiseni Ndlozi from the EFF. DA leader John Steenhuisen held a briefing on Monday to announce steps that the party will take to hold Malema accountable for what the party terms dangerous remarks.
That we are filing charges against both Julius Malema and the ANC government at the United Nations Human Rights Council. The first element of our United Nations case will focus on Malema's repeated incitement of ethnic violence. The second element will charge the ANC national government before the United Nations over its years-long failure to take action against their one-time protege, even as brutal farm murders continue to escalate in the wake of Malema's demagoguery.
The irony
United Nations
people who were not held accountable after apartheid, left to live free because we were delusional enough to think they were going to play fair in this game of democracy, are now trying to hold us accountable for things we have not even done. We should have held all of them responsible, took all of them to the UN and said, these people in this country refused to share the economy even though they said they would. We gave them a chance, sunset clause. We negotiated for peace in 1994. What have they done with that peace? They continue to hold to the economy with an iron grip. Youth unemployment crisis is through the roof. Racist incidences continue to take place in this country. The fact that so many poor people in this country are black in the post-apartheid democracy is in fact a racial violence to me. So he's complaining about a song. No black people out here running around deleting them, folks. No one would. We have better things to do than chase and delete. But let's get some more clarity on that. DA approaches UNHRC over Malema's song.
Alliance, shoot to kill, Hamaza, kill the poor, the farmer, kill.
A song that was made popular during apartheid. It is a struggle song. Liberation. and it was ruled not hate speech, but he still wants to cry. Why? Because they have nothing else. They have nothing else. They are struggling to accept that this country will never vote for them.
The poor, the farmer.
These chants have prompted the official opposition to approach the international body to hold EFF leader Julius Malema accountable over what it terms dangerous remarks. The DA leader accused Malema of, quote-unquote, resurrecting the demon of hatred, divisions and ethnic violence in South Africa.
A political leader who incites mass murder is not normal. A member of parliament who calls for the killing of an entire section of society is not normal. And
But that's not what he's doing. We're not running around here trying to delete them.
cowardly politicians who turn a blind eye to the incitement of civil war is not normal.
Hey, man.
Let me be clear. The DA will not look away.
The DA is now taking up the...
See? Majority white party. 99.99% white. They are an offshoot of what was once the glory days of white supremacy in this country. And they surround themselves with blackface to protect their hands, or lack thereof. So they have their hands in everything, and then they hide behind blackface. And then when they are accused of perpetuating poverty among the black population, the one thing that they're afraid of is them being pointed out as the enemy. When people point them out as the ones who are holding the economy next to songs like that, that's what this is. It's a reaction. They're afraid that people are going to put two and two together. That what actually are we doing in this country where the colonizers continue to hold everything that they stole through violence and death? But now they want to accuse us of... Anyway.
matter on a global stage.
We are filing charges against both Julius Malema and the ANC government at the United Nations Human Rights Council. The first element of our United Nations case will focus on Malema's repeated incitement of ethnic violence. The second element will charge the ANC national government before the United Nations over its years-long failure to take action against their one-time protege, even as brutal farm murders continue to escalate in the wake of Malema's demagoguery.
Malema and the EFF were previously taken to the Equality Court over the chants by lobby group AfriForum. In August 2022, the Equality Court ruled that the chant was not hate speech, and the court accepted the EFF's argument that the chant should not be taken literally. Later in October 2022, the same court granted leave to appeal to AfriForum. Meanwhile, the EFF says it couldn't be bothered by the DA's latest bid. The party says the chant was a revolutionary liberation song.
We are very well aware that there are pains and bitter about the EFF's successful 10th anniversary rally, and they are looking for anything to try and subvert the progress and growth of the economic freedom fighters. So we know that the argument we made in the Equality Court where we won justified that it's a revolutionary song, it's a liberation song that is justified in terms of commemorating the history of South Africa's struggle against colonialism and apartheid. So whatever he's saying, we don't care.
South Africa is set to hold one of the most hotly contested elections in 2024. Kani Mapanga, SABC News, Johannesburg.
The High Court ruled it non-hate speech, but they don't want to let that go. He accuses the ANC of years of failing to hold EFF accountable or whatever you. But that can go both ways. All these years, they have been protecting the status quo since apartheid. We can hold them accountable too. What can you do or say about this youth unemployment crisis in this country, where it can be proven by the UN that South Africa is one of the most unequal countries? The UN itself knows that the wealth of this country remains in the minority white and the majority black remains poor. So, we can both go to the UN, Mr. Steenhuisen. Family, let me know what you think in the comments below. Is the EFF song hate speech or not? Is this Mr. Steenhuisen over here pushing it? And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.